all, welcome back to my channel. Today's special. So today's special is how to season a cast iron kadai or pan or cast iron utensils. So I just wanted to run through the health benefits before starting the video. So if you cook in cast iron pans or utensils, it adds iron content to the food that you prepare in the utensil, in that particular utensil, and it is price wise it is like cheaper. So cast iron pans are cheaper compared to the other type of utensils, like the fancy ones which you get in the market. And then you go to a local market and buy cast iron pans, because they are very much cheaper in the local markets than in online as well as in the high end shops. And it's long lasting, it stays for a longer time, if provided you use it properly and you season it properly, and you should also use it frequently. If you do that, then it is going to last for a longer time, even for you can pass it on to your next generation. So it is both cost effective and cost efficient. And then these cast iron utensils are chemical free, whereas the other non-stick pans that you get in the market are they come with chemical coatings. So when these pans that have chemical coatings, they can't be heated, they can be heated only to a particular temperature. Above that it tends to emit carcinogenic chemicals, which is harmful to the health. And then one more tip I would like to tell you is, when you cook in cast iron utensils, it adds extra taste and flavor to the recipe, whatever you cook in that. If you season the cast iron pans properly, I would assure you that they are going to be non-stick. They will be very similar to non-stick pans. And then maintenance that I would like to share with you is, always buy cast iron pans that are heavy. Don't go for the lightweight ones, because the lightweight ones are not maybe of good quality. Always buy the heavy ones which are of good quality. Don't use harsh scrubs. Don't use steel scrubs or scrub. Always use the sponges to clean the iron utensils. And then see on to that the cast iron pan, and it doesn't come in contact with water by any means. Water and iron are enemies. So if cast iron pans come in contact with water, they tend to rust. So if maybe you can use it, but once again the process or the procedure is like it's tough. And also sunlight, you avoid keeping it in sunlight as well as direct sunlight as along with water. So after you use each and every time, you should clean it properly. Not necessarily you should wash it, but clean it properly, so that the food that is cooked, if like for the dosa tawa I am telling, you can just wipe it with a cotton or muslin cloth or paper tissue or paper towel. But for kadai, you should wash it. As soon as you wash it, you should pat it dry, heat it again, apply some oil and keep it aside. You should cover it and keep it in a warm place. So re-seasoning after every use is one of the maintenance tips. So seasoning, if you are getting a pan for the first time, a cast iron pan for the first time, then I'm talking about the kadais. First, what you should do is, you should run through the water, wash with liquid soap and sponge scrub for about 5 to 6 times, and then pat it dry with a cotton cloth. After that, heat it in the lowest flame and swish it off. After it cools down, apply some oil and keep it aside. Otherwise, you can apply the oil and then pour some, again heat the pan, add some oil, splutter mustard seeds, add few or one onion and saute it well so that it spreads all over the kadai. And then take off the onion from the pan and discard it. Don't use that onion. So by the time the cast iron pan will be seasoned. So after which you take a paper towel and wipe the oil all over the kadai, as well as you should see on to that there are no residues of the foods that stuck to the pan. So you wrap it with a cotton cloth or cotton bag or plastic covers or plastic bag, however you like, and keep it in a warm place, not a warm place. So the next time you use, you take it, wash it, again the same procedure, heat it in low flame, pat it dry, heat it in low flame, add oil. So the only thing is you should keep on using it, only then it will get seasoned properly. So I would suggest to do, you know, deep fries in you know, cast iron pans for the first time. So after you season it for the first time, from second time try, you know, doing deep frying in the pan, because when you deep fry, the oil is like, you know, all over the pan, which helps in seasoning the pan, and it becomes non-stick. One particular pan that I have, which I use for, you know, you would have seen in many of my videos, the one which I use for frying. So that particular pan which I kept on using for, you know, frying, and ultimately it's like non-stick. Now even though it's a cast iron pan, it doesn't stick to the bottom at all, it doesn't burn also. In the video I'll show you how. Also I'm going to show you how to season this kadai, iron kadai. So first let's see, it's like this is all rust. So first wash it fully, run through the water, and don't use these type of scrubs, don't use scrubs like this, okay? So that would, so wash it so that the rust, you know, you should not find the rust at all. See, you could find the, you know, dirt coming as brown color. So wash and see. So I have actually 3 iron kadais and 1 dosa tawa, but I usually don't use this one because it's like way too big for us. So the other 2 are like, you know, one I use for frying fish, and other one for, like, you know, stir fry, for sauteing masala, all that. This one is like little bit big for us, so I don't use. So as I don't use, and as I keep it, as I don't use it for frequently, that's why it's like this. So keep washing till the rust leaves. See, if you like, you know, rub your hands like this and see, run your fingers like this and see, if you get brown color like this, then it means there is still rust. So again, keep washing it. So I washed it 4 to 5 times now. So now what you should do is, you should pat this dry with a cotton cloth. I'm going to wipe this or pat it dry with a cotton cloth. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, I'm going to with the pan and slightly make it, you know, hot. Heat it slightly. You shouldn't make it too hot. Slightly, you know, make it hot. So after I pat it dry, I'm keeping it. I switched on the you know, stove, and I've kept the kadai. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to add in some oil to this. Okay. And then, as usual, just swirl it like this. Okay. Once it's nice and hot, what we're going to do is, we're going to splatter some mustard seeds. So I'm going to add in a little of mustard seeds. So once that splatters, what we're going to do is we're going to add in onions. We're going to add in chopped onions to this. Roughly chop it. We are not going to use this onion, so you can chop it however you want. Further make it, want to saute it like this so that the onions are like, all around the kadai. So after you saute this, please don't use it, okay? Sauteed well, you switch this off and you take the onions out. Wrap it. Once it cools down, you wipe it off and then you wrap it in a cloth, or you can wrap it in a or you say cotton cloth or cotton bag or plastic covers or however you like, but see on to that it is not in contact with water, as well as it should be away from dust. So I leave my dosa tawa outside. Even after use, I just I just clean it with a tissue paper or a cotton cloth, and then I leave it outside. I don't do anything else. See, I'll show you. This is how I leave my dosa tawa. So now the onions have sauteed well. At this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it from the pan. Please don't use this onion. So I switched the pan off and I've taken all the onions from the pan. So this is what you should do. Take a tissue paper and gently wipe it. Wipe the oil all around the pan, okay, and see all this will come out. So now you should keep it wrapped in cotton or like plastic covers or however you like. So the next time what you do, when you use, again take it, wash it off and then pat it dry with a cotton cloth and then heat it, and then you should start using. Even otherwise, that's how you cook for the next time. So now, hey all, welcome back to my channel. Today's special. So today's special hey all, welcome back to my channel. Today's special. So today's special is how to organize.